Once upon a time, in a bright and sunny little town, lived a little boy named Mark. Mark was a cheerful boy who loved his daily walk to school. It was his favorite part of the day. As he strolled along the sidewalk, he would greet the tall green trees, wave at the colorful flowers dancing in the breeze, and listen to the birds singing their sweet morning songs. Everything about nature made him happy. One beautiful morning, as Mark was on his way to school, his tummy rumbled a little. He spotted a small corner shop and thought a little treat would be perfect. He went inside and bought a delicious sticky toffee, his favorite kind. He unwrapped it carefully, popped the sweet toffee into his mouth, and without a second thought, he let the wrapper slip from his fingers and fall right onto the clean sidewalk. He crunched on his toffee and happily continued on his way, humming a little tune. He hadn't walked very far when he heard a soft, unusual sound. It was a sound he had never heard before. It sounded like crying. Mark stopped in his tracks. He turned his head from side to side, looking all around. Who's crying? He wondered. The street seemed empty. The birds were still singing, and the sun was still shining. He took a few more steps, and the sound got a little louder. A quiet, sad sob. Mark looked down, and that's when he saw the most surprising thing he had ever seen in his entire life. The earth, the very ground beneath his feet, was crying. Big, watery tears were welling up from the soil and rolling down the pavement. The earth's gentle face, which was usually so content, was scrunched up in sadness. "Why are you crying?" Mark asked, his voice a little shaky. The earth sniffled and whispered, "I'm crying because I'm dirty. Look at me." Mark looked around, and for the first time, he really saw it. It wasn't just his toffee wrapper. There was a plastic bottle near a bush, an old newspaper crumpled by a bench, and little bits of trash scattered here and there. The beautiful, clean path he loved was slowly getting covered in litter. Seeing the earth so sad made Mark's heart feel very heavy. He suddenly remembered the wrapper he had just thrown on the ground. He looked back and saw it lying there, a colorful little piece of trash on the otherwise lovely path. He felt a pang of guilt. He had contributed to the earth's sadness. "Oh no," he thought. "I did that." He knew what he had to do. He quickly ran back, bent down, and picked up his toffee wrapper. He looked around and saw a big green dustbin just a few feet away. He walked over and dropped the wrapper right inside. Clink! At that very moment, a magical thing happened. The earth stopped crying. The big tears dried up, and a warm, gentle smile spread across its face, making the ground seem to glow. Mark looked at the smiling earth and felt a wave of relief wash over him. "I'm so sorry, Earth," he said quietly. "I didn't mean to make you sad. I promise I will never throw my trash on the ground again." As soon as Mark apologized and did the right thing, something else amazing happened. The tall trees that had been drooping slightly seemed to stand up straighter and rustle their leaves in a happy way. The colorful flowers by the roadside, which had looked a bit dull, suddenly seemed brighter and more vibrant. It was as if all of nature was smiling along with the earth. They were all happy that Mark had chosen to be kind and responsible. Mark felt a huge smile spread across his own face. He felt so much better. He knew he had made a mistake, but he had also learned a very important lesson. Taking care of the earth was everyone's job, including his. It was a simple thing, putting trash in the bin, but it made a huge difference. With a happy heart and a spring in his step, Mark continued his walk to school. The world around him seemed more beautiful than ever before. He waved to the smiling trees and the cheerful flowers, and he knew he would always remember this day. He promised himself that from now on he would not only keep the earth clean himself, but he would also help others remember to do the same. Because a clean earth is a happy earth, and a happy earth makes everyone happy, and that's a wonderful secret to know. Thank you so much for watching this story with us. If you enjoyed it and learned a little something, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time.